I'm down for whatever, but I never fall. Whenever I need my soldiers, they there when I call. I'm never scared when it's time to lay my life down. I need some warriors to stand with me right now. Forget about the hate, I gotta stick to the plan. I pray to God every day to be a better man. With all this pressure, I'ma need to hold my own. I don't wanna do nothing.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm Arthur J, and this is my co-host, Tori, and we back with a second episode. So y'all get ready. We about to get into this.
Yes, sir.
We about to really get into this. As you can see the title, Real versus Fake. Watch the red flags. Tori, I want to get right into it, brother.
Let's go, brother.
We're going to start with playing the innocent role. We're going to talk about that. A lot of times, man, people try to be so innocent, man. They act like they just so innocent. Like just, you ever have a person that, for an example, you may have a girl that she lie, she manipulate, and you may have a guy that dog women out. And it's crazy how we all can take the spotlight off ourselves and put it on other people.
Wow.
You know, it's just crazy. Like, we all have something in our closet that we don't want people to see.
Exactly.
We're going to get right into this.
Exactly.
We all have something that we struggle with in our life, whatever it is, and we just don't want people to reveal it. So isn't it funny, bro, how we can see things in other people but don't see it in ourselves?
Man, it's crazy.
It's crazy like that. But I want you to get right into it, man. I want you to tell me how you feel about that. Just tell me how you feel about people just playing the innocent role, because I've experienced that a lot, especially in so many different situations.
Exactly. I have experienced that. I think we all, or most people in this world, has experienced that. But I feel like most people that, you know, try to take the spotlight or the heat off themselves is really living a lie. And you know what I'm saying? They're really living a lie, and they're not to be trusted, because we all have faults, and we all have or we all make mistakes in this thing. But the thing is to learn from those mistakes. So I only could deal with people that can take or look themselves in the mirror and say, man, you know what? I was wrong, or let me figure out how to, make up for these mistakes, but being truthful and going to that person or whoever you may have made the mistake with, and not trying to just put all the blame on them, but kind of you got to take your own blame. What did I do to cause some of this conflict or things of that nature? And that's just how I like people to be around me, because I done came to you plenty of times on, off camera about things that might be going on personally in my life, but I'll be like, but at the end of the day, man, I could have done this better or did that. I just never gave all the heat to someone else just to make myself look good, I guess. And that's what the thing is. Some people just can't stand to look bad or make it seem like it's their fault. But at the end of the day, we are not perfect. And the only person that was perfect, look how they did him. You know what I'm saying? And you know who I'm talking about. But I just need realness around me. And that's a red flag for me right there, when because you can call out a lie. You can see a person lying, or it's never their fault. They never done nothing wrong. It's always pointing a finger at somebody else. So that's a red flag, and those people are not to be trusted. And you got to bob and weave and get those people out your circle if you notice them, Yeah,
that's real, man. Stop trying to play the innocent role. That's the thing that really get me. It's like people don't like to look bad. They don't like to look bad. They'll go as far as talking. They'll talk about everybody else. They'll have something to say about everybody else. But when it come down to ourselves, we don't, again, I want y'all to stick a pin in that. We don't take the spotlight and put it on ourselves. We real quick to take the spotlight and put it on people, because it's so much easier, and it don't make us feel bad when everybody focusing on the person that you have so much to say about. But yourself, sometimes you got to hold yourself accountable for your own actions. Don't sit there and worry about what the next couple doing, or who sleeping with who, or you know what I'm saying, who doing what with who, or who messing around, or who cheating on their marriage, or who cheating on their spouse, or who stealing from their family members, or who just got pregnant, like whatever it is. Y'all know how we do. Like
exactly.
It's so crazy
we
how people do that.
Other people, but don't look in the mirror and say, man, you know what?
Look
I
at the
ain't
mirror
living
yourself.
my best life. What they say, sweep around your own porch before you sweep around somebody else's, because your house is just as dirty as the next person that you're trying to portray and put out there in the world. Like, oh, look at them, they struggling, they doing this. But what about yourself? You know what I'm saying? You just be living a lie when you got skeletons in your closet. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is you try to put on and make it seem like your life is just perfect. And I just don't rock like that, because we all make mistakes. That's just part of life. We all have those things. But once you figured out, hey, you look yourself in the mirror and say, man, you know what? I have an issue. It ain't always that person. Like somebody probably you feel like always doing you wrong. But sometimes what have you done? What have you contribute in that relationship? Not on relationship father as it could be friendship, family members, girlfriend, husband, whatever it may be. But look yourself in the mirror and say, man, dang, what part did I contribute? You know what I'm saying? How can I make myself better and actually put in the work and see where this thing goes? But a lot of people don't like to do that. They just like, it's easier to point that finger or point at the next person about their lives, but you won't look at yourself and point the finger at yourself, you know? So
Yeah, man, we gonna get right into this next point that really just been bothering me too, and that you see in the world. We gonna get into it, man.
yeah, please, let's do that one.
Fake friends,
Mm.
something that we all have dealt with or are dealing with, or you're gonna deal with if you keep living. As this older guy used to tell my parents all the time. He was a real old man. He used to say, if you ain't experienced it, keep living. So that's
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I love
We're
them
gonna get
old
right
heads,
into it.
man.
I want you to tell me how you feel about. I'm gonna start with the fake supporters. You know, yes, we just got started
You know,
with
I was finna get into
the
that.
podcast.
Yeah.
You know, and it ain't just about the podcast. It's more about just life, period. But this have been a quick stage
Yeah.
of or what should I say, something that we just recently
Yeah, it's
experience.
something current, you
current.
know.
Yeah, and
and-
so I want you to, before I get into it, I want you to tell me how you feel about fake supporters, and what are some of the red flags that you need to look for when it come down to people who say they got you or they supporting you,
Yeah,
but they
like-
really ain't got you.
like you said, my brother, we just starting. You know, we gonna get our views and all that up, but that's for us, and it's not about that, because we enjoy what we doing. This is why we started this, because it was a regular conversation, anyways, that we was having. Now we in front of a camera, but at the end of the day, you have some friends. Or maybe they foes, but you have some friends that, you know, they always have something to say about what you have going on. But when it's time, whether it's good or bad, to show up for you, they tend to forget, or I forgot, or. But my thing is, if I haven't asked you for your opinion, but you just granted it to me and gave it, I'm cool with that. Long as you supporting, or you're showing up and saying, man, dang. Because I like good criticism. You know what I'm saying? Something I could take, some things I could throw away. It's on me, and it's on my partner to choose what we allow to come in. But at the same time, some people just come, they have an opinion on everything that you're doing. Like I say, for this podcast, this just was a recent conversation. One of the red flag is somebody always have something to say, but when it's time for them to view or share, or just even leave a comment. But I love truthful comments. Don't leave no comment good just because you're my friend, or quote unquote you supposed to be my friend. I want your honest opinion, whether it be bad. At least that's some kind of support, because you got to be built for this. Because once you put your life out there, or your opinion out there, now you open the door for opinions to come in, and you're not gonna always hear on what you want to hear. And I'm good on that, you know what I'm saying? Because I could take in what I could take in, and I could throw away what I can't. But at the end of the day, I really battled with that, and I actually called my partner here, Arthur J, that same very night, and I was like, brother, you know, this is what's going on. And basically what he reached back out to me and another person was like, prove them wrong. You're not looking for their support. You know what I'm saying? It's great. It's good to have, but they don't make you or break you. So you just got to prove them wrong and keep on doing what y'all doing and keep on with y'all actions and be successful. That's the best support you're gonna have. And most of the time, like we was talking about, it be the outside world, people from your not even from your own town that support you. You get that support that you least expect than your own personal circle. So some of those flags is those people that run their mouth and have suggestions on you to do, but when it's time to share or comment or like or subscribe even, they're nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? And that don't sit well with me, but I'm a person that bring it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I did. So I actually reached out to my own friends and family and said, hey, and I got my piece off, but at the end of the day, it's on me to prove everybody wrong. I'm not looking for their support when I know it's going to be so much more support come from people I don't even know around the world.
Yeah, and let me just tie into that. Bootsy, for an example, you know, he talk about, you know, getting away from your city. Now, a lot of people, they may feel some way about that, but we all know we have seen rappers just come and go.
Come and go,
You know, they getting killed, you know, being murdered. And so in our case, I realized that when you doing something in your city and it's just real, you won't always get the same support
You won't.
that you would get from people who don't know you. You know, it's like you'll see a lot of musicians and a lot of artists go through that. They'll go outside of their city, and I've actually heard numerous of them say that.
Yeah.
And they'll get so much love because you have jealousy. We gonna get into that. You have envy.
Yep.
You know, you got pride, you got ego. You know, one of the things, and I have to say this, one of the things that us as black people, we've done for so long is held each other back. Like we like a crab.
Crabs in the bucket.
Exactly. Where one be climbing to make a difference in life or trying to do something positive instead of just going around blowing somebody's head off or selling drugs or going back and forth to jail or just doing wrong things. You'll think everybody, even if that's not your thing, even if you're not into that, you'll think the people that say they support you, the people that say, hey man, y'all should do this on y'all podcast.
Talk
Maybe
about
y'all
it,
should
brother.
do this. You would think those would be the main ones that'll be like, okay, let me at least tell people
Let me
about
tune
you.
in. Let me
share
share.
this.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, this ain't just about the podcast.
Yeah.
But since we recently experienced this, we gonna get into it.
We're going to get into
we
it.
gonna talk
because
about it.
that's one thing we said we're going to do. We're going to give our honest opinion and always keep it 100. Whether you agree with it or not, this is a opinionated show. So at the end of the day, we just giving you what the truth from our perspective. And like you said, what just to touch on what Bootsy was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to get out of your city or your town, whatever, because just for the music part with him, it was like, man, he had beef with people that he didn't know because their old lady might have been listening to his music, bumping his music heavy all the time. And that created friction and conflict. Like, dang, why you keep playing that nigga music? Like, envy and jealousy, it comes quick and it comes from nowhere. Like, brother, I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? So it's most of those times when you starting to rise or your success rising in your town, man, people don't be supportive and happy for you, man. They be low-key hating. And it's like, bro, we can all eat because I'm a black man and I know my partner is too, that's gonna say, hey, this is how we did it. This is the game we're going to show you or tell you, bro, because there's so much money out here for everybody to eat. And you know, it's like you reach one, you teach one. And that's what it is. And that's how you grow as a people in a community. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really want to get too deep into that, but we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely, man. You know, just don't be fake with people. Just be real with people. If you're going to be real with me. You're going to be fake, move on to the next person.
Exactly.
Because that ain't me. And that's how you should live your life. Like, why would you want to even exist in life? I'm being real. Why would you want to even exist being fake? You know, if I don't like you, I'm not going to pretend I like you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend. You know, if I don't deal with you, I'm not going to pretend that I deal with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good thing. People don't understand it. That's a good thing to have. That's
for
a
real,
good
man.
quality. I ain't got to guess.
It's crazy, man, because it's like people do that all the time. I see that in the world. Like, you'll have people that they'll be in your circle. And that's another point, too. It's not always the one that was my enemy.
Yeah.
That wronged me. You know, I don't mean to get biblical, but if you really do
Let's
your
talk
research,
about it.
it's something where in the Bible where they talk about it wasn't my enemy.
Mm-hmm.
It was the person that I was dealing with. It was the
That was
person
next
that was,
to me, my inner circle.
as Martin would have said, right up under here, Gina. Right up under here. Right up under here.
Yeah,
But
man.
you know, you just gotta watch that. You gotta watch the red flags, you know, and when people, especially people that say they love you, people, especially the ones that say
Man.
that I'll always be there for you, especially the ones that say I'ma ride with you, I'll ride with you. You know, action speaks louder than words. I look at
Exactly.
actions. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
if I'm gonna tap in on this a little bit. If I'm texting somebody, it can be anybody, and you know, you never ever hit me back up.
Mm.
Ever hit me back up. And then when I see you say, oh, it wasn't like that, that's a lie.
It
And I'm
was
just using
like
that for an example. That's a lie. Because action speaks louder than
Yeah.
words. Ain't nobody that busy to the point where
Yeah.
they can't say, hey, you know, let me hit you back or don't text me.
Yeah.
Say something. I respect
Say
the person that
something.
say, I don't want to talk to you or I
Yeah.
can't talk to you. I've had girls that I've dealt with, man, where they've done that. They're
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
if you
man.
got a dude that you dealing with, I'm not wanting to be playing games like that because
Hey.
people get shot for stuff
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Like dudes be in their feelings.
Oh,
They
I
be in
was
their feelings
busy.
more than the women.
I meant to get back to you was with your dude. Just keep it real.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. Like I'm gonna have to cut you off with that one. Like it's life too short. I don't know what you got going on when you could keep it like we said that in our last episode. Just keep it 100 in the beginning with me instead of you know what I'm saying flossing like it ain't that. But like you say, you tell me all the time, but I hit you back. Hey, you need your own personal secretary, dude. But I always make sure that if
You
the
let me
first
know,
day and
yeah.
the next day, if I don't get back to you, hey, my bad, bro. I'm hitting you back. Here it is. So
Right, man. It's just, you know, just keep it real with people, man. Don't fake it with people. Don't pretend with people. We're gonna get right into this next point, man. Fake family members. Woo. Hold on. Before y'all get in y'all feelings, hold on.
yeah,
You know, cause I understand how important it is with that deeply rooted family. I understand. I was raised on just, you know, really valuing family. But there are family members out there, Tori, that they'll misuse you. They'll use you. They'll deceive you.
yep.
They'll lie on you. They'll lie to you. They'll steal from you. They'll kill you.
Mhm.
You know, this ain't just a family that prays together, you know, stays together, or we fuss and we fight, but we love each other. So this ain't, you have some families out there that is just really all over the place. It's just really screwed up, man.
Yeah.
It's just
you do.
really, it's crazy. And people don't talk about that because it's family. They don't talk about the stuff that, you know, you may not have to go into details, but things that really is tearing the family apart.
Yeah.
And you may have that one or two that you just don't need in your circle no more.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
but
it
we
is what
family.
it is.
We family. No.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Anybody in life, and I'm going to say this for the two people in the back that might be asleep.
brother.
Anybody in life that bring that kind of energy where you can't elevate, and we're going to get more into that
Mhm.
word elevation. Anybody in life that's around you like that, cut them off.
Quick.
Cut them off quick. If you can't find something to cut them off with, holler at me. You know, comment down below, and I'll give you some, you know, advice
Yeah.
that you can use to cut them off with. Because at the end of the day, bro, you trying to win.
Yep.
You trying to be somebody. I would hope you trying to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need that kind of energy. I don't need that kind of energy around
Just
me.
negative energy.
Whether you a woman or whether you a male, whether you a family member or whether you somebody that's not a family member, I don't need that energy. I need people that's gonna help me evolve. I want somebody that's gonna tell me, okay, you could have did that better, and it's all out of love. It ain't just
out of love.
it ain't
That's the
criticism
thing.
where you just hating.
Yeah.
No, you really want to see me win just as well as I want to see you win. So I wanna tie you in this. How do you feel about family members with especially the close relatives?
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say it like this, bro. All family ain't family. All family is not family. Y'all let that sink in. just a little moment, because you will have a total stranger that can treat you better than some families you knew your whole entire life. Because some families actually hold some kind of vendetta against you for some reason you might not even know. You know what I'm saying? And those are the worst toxic people ever, because you don't see it coming or you don't expect it coming from your family. It's like this. Sometimes it's like going home. That's your peace haven. Being around family should be your peace haven. When you leave outside your house, be prepared to fight this world, or put on your boxing gloves, or whatever you have to do, because you never know these people that, you know, you just might come encounter with that's total strangers. So you kind of prepared for anything. But man, it be those family members that you get around. I don't want to have on my gloves to fight, not physically with my family, but mentally, or don't know if this person is basically a slime ball in the midst. But those the worst people to ever be around, those family members, because you don't see it. And that's why it hurts so much when those type of things take place, and it's your family member that cross you. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it. But when you finally figure out that person or that family member, because it's been plenty. I got them in my family. I love you for afar. We family. And I'm always love you. I want to see nothing but the best for you. But as far as being in my inner circle and me calling and all that stuff, no, I'm going to love you from afar. You stay over there, because I know as soon as you get an opportunity, you will cross me. You will stab me in my back just to get on. You'll probably even lie and put rumors on me, you know, just to do it out of spite. You know what I'm saying? So family is not always family. Like, brother, I look at you as a brother. You know what I'm saying? All my biological brothers, we're close, but blood ain't always thicker than water. You know what I'm saying?
Just
blood is not
to that.
always thicker than water. And it's like, just be mindful of the people and their characteristics. As I said before, you got to know people. You got to observe. Sometimes you got to sit back and just watch and just listen. That's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. We can see, you know, sit back, listen, and see how people operate. When you definitely, your family member, you already know a lot of things about them, especially if you close-knitted in that family. I'm not talking about third, fourth cousin you ain't never met. You just meet them in the family reunion or something. I'm talking about first siblings, first cousins, you know, things of that nature. But just be prepared, man, because that type of stuff,
yeah, you so right, bro,
make you hurt a person. Just being honest.
How do you deal with that? Like, if you have other family members that see you taking a stand on how you believe in what you're saying, and Tory, that's messed up, man. We family, man. We family. They throwing that at you. You know, blood thicker than water, like you said. How do you go about dealing with that issue of, look, I'm trying to separate myself from negativity.
Yeah.
And it don't matter if we family or not.
Exactly. Man, I'm going to tell you straight up. You're not finna guilt me into liking you. You're not finna guilt me into letting you in my circle when I know you shady. You're not finna trip me for none of those things. You know what I'm saying? So the way I handle it is, I'm up forward, I'm front. I keep it real all the time. And people call that as you being mean. No, I'm not mean. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, if I don't like you, and it ain't that I don't like you, I just don't like the way you move, I'm gonna tell you I don't like the way you move, and I can't be really fooled up with you. And you can take that as you want to, and be with the rah-rah or whatever it may be, but you got to respect it, because I'm coming to you, and you ain't got to figure out, oh, this man really don't like me. No, I'm gonna tell you, bro, I don't deal with you. You know what I'm saying? I love you, but you're gonna have to respect that I don't want to deal with you or let you in my inner circle, because at this time I have too much going on for myself to let somebody snake me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my grass cut, period. That's what it is. And I'm on front with you. I'm gonna keep that grass cut so I can see the snakes coming, the snakes that there are. So that's just how I handle it. Up front, forward. You ain't got to figure it out. And family members be like, y'all need to make it up. No, you make it up with them. You make up with her. You know what I'm saying? I love them from afar. I don't want to see nothing happen to them. But at the same time, they don't deserve a place in my peace or in my own situation, what I got going on, so they can cause destruction, period. So I'd
Man,
rather
yeah.
cut them out before I see where it's going. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to end up hurting somebody, or I'd rather cut them people out. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely, man. You gotta just know when to cut people out, man. And you also need to watch out for people that's in your circle that's jealous of who, like, the best friend type thing. Like, let's say you have 3 people. You may have the third person that came later, and you and your partner was, y'all was close from the very beginning. So the third person may come in and be toxic, and now everybody toxic. You got to watch out for that. Watch who you have in your inner circle.
Yep.
Watch who you let in your house. Watch the people that get in your car. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to watch for that. Like,
Exactly.
people, I'm telling you, people will have you in a situation that you'll be trying to figure out how you even got there. You and your homeboy or you and your homegirl that was cool from jump, and now y'all beefing because this person done went back and said something. Done went back and said something that you may have said, and now you taking it the wrong way, and now it's just a whole bunch of mess that's stirred up, and you have to really be smart enough to know that we got to get rid of the toxic.
Yep.
All that. How do you feel about that? And how would Tori handle it?
And one thing about it is, just say I'm bringing somebody to meet you.
Yeah.
I got to know this person. If you're a real friend, you know who your friends can gel with, or if they might be on the edge, because it's all about knowing the person who you introducing to somebody you already have in your life. Because if you know the person that's already in your life, you already know how they move, how they operate. And the person that you're bringing in, you should already know how they move and operate. If you don't know those things, don't bring them in that circle, because it's unpredictable. And at this time of life, you cannot deal with, especially when it's something as a business, you don't have an opportunity to let somebody come in that's unpredictable, that might blow up your whole spot, your business, everything that y'all have worked for. And that does cause for reasons for friction between you and your old school brother, because we just had a successful thing coming on, and then here you just let this dynamite up in our successful business, or us starting off a business, and it blows up. But at the end of the day, it's just about knowing the people that you're bringing around your circle. And if you don't know them that well, don't bring them around. That's just how I handle it. If I don't know you, ultimately, like, I'm open to people like to say the no new friends thing. Because if I would have been like that, no new friend, me and Arthur probably wouldn't have became friends, because, like I say, we didn't grow up together, but he was real. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't putting up or putting on no front. He was who he was, and I could respect that. Can't help but respect the person for who they is. And that's just like, if you know somebody, you trying to bring them in your circle. If you truly don't know that person, don't bring them in your inner circle. You don't know what they are capable of. So that's just how I handle things. That's how I move.
Yeah, because a lot of times, Tori, I grew up seeing that, especially here in Lakeland, Florida. I never lived in in no other state, so I only can talk about my experience growing up in Florida. Polk County.
Polk County.
And people may disagree with me, but I just feel like, personally, it was so unique meeting you, because you allowed me to be me.
Mm-hmm.
And I allowed you to be you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we come from different homes, but we still was able to relate to that deeply rooted structure of just being somebody in life.
Yep.
And just having a mindset to not just be with the foolishness.
Exactly.
And so I grew up with around different people that is like, if you talk differently, they clown you on it.
Yeah.
If you don't use profanity like that,
yeah.
What? They look at you like you a square. If you ain't trying to chase all the women, they look at you like you gay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, I never tried to pretend like I was any angel.
Yeah.
Let me just be clear for the 3 people in the back that's kind of snoring. I never, ever, y'all can say this to anybody. Oh, Arthur J, he said it on the podcast.
Hey.
He is not no angel. But one thing about me, I'm going to keep it real. If you ask
Yeah.
me a question, I'm going to answer it. We going to wrap it up here. We just want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Arthur J. and Tori TV podcast.
Yes, sir.
And again, like I always say, you know, we hope we enlighten y'all. We hope we brought, you know, something that y'all can think about and just from our opinion. And we got a lot of content coming. So y'all get ready and stay in tune. Click like, comment below, subscribe, hit that notification so you'll know whenever we drop a episode. And y'all stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Peace.
More on the way.
I hate the feeling that I get when I wanna quit. Keep my composure when a hater say something slick. Talking 100 when you don't keep it 50.
Yeah.
I see the fake every time you hanging with me. You say you straight, but your actions showing different.
That's right.
Why should I take you serious when I